I'm Jim Dever. Coming up on the next Evening Magazine, save a load of dough with our Cheapskate Challenge and see this woman get the most important haircut of her life.
Yeah, I really like it.
That's Evening Magazine immediately following the news.
Tonight on Evening Magazine.
I'm Michael King, and we're going to play the Cheapskate Shopping Challenge. Find out if two contestants can find a snappy outfit for $40 or less.
Take a wild ride aboard the Music Mobile.
I'm Kim Holcomb in Bellevue, where a business is changing women's lives, one stitch at a time.
In high definition, it's Evening Magazine for Monday, April 27th. Now, here's tonight's host, Jim Dever.
Welcome to the show from Seattle's Montlake Cut tonight, where a little bit later on we're going to show you how you can save big shopping at a place that you've probably never even considered. In fact, all this week is our Cheapskate Challenge week. We're going to show you ways you can save on food and fashion. We're going to kick it all off tonight with something that I never thought I'd see in my lifetime, a game show from Goodwill. And for that, here's your host, Michael King.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Cheapskate Shopping Challenge. Alrighty, here's how we play. We'll have two contestants who get $40 each to spend at two different stores. They get 40 minutes per store. Let's meet our Cheapskate Challengers. Say hello to Taya Manat. That is her real name. Hi, Taya.
Hello, Michael.
37-year-old. She now calls Seattle her home. She's a web producer and a part-time model. Taya, I understand you once squealed when you found a leather jacket?
It was a brilliant jacket, though. It was worth the squealing. What can I say?
Contestant number 2 is Rachel Banner. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Michael.
22-year-old preschool teacher from Seattle, went to beauty school in New York. Rachel, I hear you were an extra in the movie Sex and the City?
Yes, I was. I was in the fashion show.
Can we see you?
You can see my leg.
Are we ready to play? Got your 40? Let's go shopping!
All right, Michael. We begin at the Goodwill on Dearborn.
Vintage, classic.
Remember, these ladies are seasoned shoppers, but they only have 40 minutes.
You can't force these things.
Though the pressure is on, they can't help but hand out advice.
Ah, there they are. The thing about the Goodwill, and I'm letting my secret out here, you're going to find the choice pieces at the end of the aisle. Why, you ask? Because as people are rifling through things and they change their mind, they put them back at the end.
Sleepwear.
Sometimes you find things.
Steve Madden, now you're talking my language, but not my size. Why? We'll try it anyway. Good texture.
Taya is ready for the dressing room after she spots some designer shoes for $7.
Here's where the real magic happens.
Rachel's ready too when she snags a fancy Benetton shirt for $4. A couple ideas for Taya. Rachel's ready for the runway and the cash register.
My God, you look so sweet.
We're halfway through. Let's check in. Where are you at?
Well, my keen fashion sense have served me well. I'm at $28.
All right, so you have how much left?
I have about $12 left.
All right, Rachel?
$15.28 I've spent so far. I'm wearing the outfit because I loved it so much.
How much you have left?
I don't know. I don't do math.
On to location number 2.
All right, Michael. Our final stop, a consignment store on Greenwood called Labels.
I don't need this. I can't help it. I must look. I must take off rack and examine. This is darling.
Rachel finds that cardigan she'd hoped for.
Absolutely darling.
And a shiny handbag.
Done and done.
The only thing I probably need is a purse to tie everything in.
They almost come to blows.
This is lovely. Look at how great that is.
Until Taya strikes gold.
And we're kind of getting the same kind of purse, but I want that gold purse up there.
That one's so much cuter.
Not even, no.
Time for the checkout line, and time for us to check them out.
Ladies, come on out. Very nice. Okay, so how much did you spend?
I spent $40.13, but I could have lived without the purse, so I would have been under.
Taya?
I was a penny over at $40.01, and I guess my supernatural powers for shopping didn't quite come into play, but I still think not bad. Not bad.
So Taya spent $7 on the designer pumps, $3 on the skirt, $4 on the shirt, $6 for the sweater, and $15 for the purse. Plus tax, that's $40.01. Rachel found that Benetton top for $4. Same price for the skirt. Her shoes went for $6. The purse was $8 and her cardigan $15. Add tax, she's at $40.13.
All right, so who won, Rachel or Taya? Everyone's a winner when you save money. Goodbye, everybody.
All right, Michael, well done. Michael's yellow jacket, by the way, not for sale. But you know what is for sale? Surplus property from here at the University of Washington. There's a whole store set up with anything you can imagine that's for sale. Really anything that you can possibly imagine. And just to prove the point, we took a look around with Teresa, the operations manager.
All the university's excess property ends up coming to us, and so I mean you can see a whole variety of things because we do have a medical center. We have we are a research institution.
So what would I use something like this for, do you suppose?
Maybe you don't want them to know what it was.
I don't know what this is, but it might make a nice cereal bowl or something, right? Or perhaps it would be a useful head covering if you're involved in some sort of dangerous activity.
Yes, that's a bedpan.
Oh. Are there any hazards I need to know about?
I would say the biggest, we do have low beams and low pipe. Oh, watch your head.
Look, if you can't ride in the wheelchair, what's the sense? Doesn't that kind of defeat the whole point?
You just can't ride in it when it's sitting here.
These are for sitting?
I think so.
Or are these edible? It's a whoopee cushion, isn't it? Oh. So you need a light touch on the boat. A very light touch. The UW Surplus store is open tomorrow and every Tuesday to the general public from noon till 6 o'clock. And I have helmet hair, don't I? Yeah, I got helmet hair. I thought so. Look at that. Lots more of the show to come. Don't throw away those black velvet paintings. They could be worth a fortune, or at least they could be considered fine art. That's next.
Coming up later on Evening Magazine, the Seattle salon that helps Northwest women have a good hair day, even in the worst of times.
Every time you start to believe that Seattle must be the weirdest place in the country, Portland shows up with something you just have to investigate. We sent St. Brian down there to check out a new museum that you just have to see to believe.
Here you will find panthers so blue they glow in the dark.
I love that color of blue.
Banditos so mean they could inspire nightmares.
They are real people here.
And big-eyed children so pathetic even you might start crying.
I don't know, that's a very common theme in velvet paintings, a lot of crying going on.
This is the Velveteria, Karen Anderson and Carl Baldwin's celebration of black velvet paintings.
I call it the Rodney Dangerfield of art. It is the stuff that nobody wanted. But when you get it all together and you see it like this, then anybody can develop a real appreciation for it.
In this, the age of irony, what was once considered hokey and lowbrow
I would call that clown a very bad piece of art.
is now cool and collectible.
I think it reminds people of their basements in the 70s.
Down in her own velvet underground,
It's just this really awful, tacky art.
the artist Juanita has been painting velvets for 6 years.
I can stay down here for hours and days and weeks.
She's completed more than 100 paintings.
I'll paint anything on velvet.
From Liberace to Piglet and every Elvis in between, Juanita says it's all much harder than it looks.
This is different because you're not painting the black, so you have to paint backwards. So you have to sort of reverse your thinking. It's kind of like magic. Once you get to a certain point, it sort of makes it pop and come to life. And then I put a little glitter and then it's done.
This rendition of Big Boy is her first museum piece. Carl and Karen say they have 4 more Juanitas back home.
I like her subject matter. I think she's really great.
The Velveteria showcase for the kind of stuff that appeals to the kitsch in all of us.
And I will put this piece of art up against anything the French have over in the Louvre.
So very cool.
They have 350 paintings on display in that museum, but they actually have 2,000 in their collection. That is one scary attic. When we return, these men are giving this woman the most important haircut she'll ever receive. Celebrities like Jessica Simpson and Paris Hilton made hair extensions trendy. But for some women, hair pieces aren't a choice, they're a necessity. Kim Holcomb found a place in Bellevue that's helping women keep their crowning glory.
And we're just going to methodically kind of work through your hair.
Okay. This isn't Jen Sayer's first haircut, but it might as well be.
I've always had long hair ever since elementary school. My hair is important since I'm constantly around people and my appearance matters to me.
First little piece.
The long hair she's prized since childhood will soon be gone.
I'm okay. It's just emotional.
At this salon, women give up their hair so it won't be taken away.
My specialty is building wigs for women who are losing their hair due to chemotherapy.
Kurt Schoenbacher runs Anton's salon with his father.
I have women who come in and say, I can't stand the thought of putting somebody else's hair on my head. You know, I mean, they just don't like it.
Here, they have a choice. Before treatment robs them of their hair, they have it removed and transformed into a personalized wig. It's a place Jen had heard of long before she ever knew she'd need it.
Hey, Thelma. How's it going?
Jen runs admissions for a skilled nursing facility. Her life's work has been about helping others heal.
Pretty much I've been healthy my whole entire life. And I've always said that I was lucky because I never got sick ever.
Not until recently, when she found a lump in her breast.
I just had this gut feeling like it was bad.
Doctors diagnosed the 31-year-old sister and daughter with stage 3 cancer.
It was just probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, was tell my parents. So.
She started chemotherapy immediately and knew the side effects of the drugs wouldn't be far behind. On this very morning, her hair began to fall out.
It's scary, I'm not gonna lie. It's really scary, losing your hair.
So she decided to keep it in the one way she could.
All right.
It's a service the Schoenbachers wish there wasn't a need for.
That's cute.
But are grateful they can provide.
Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought.
The rewards are immense when you get to help somebody who has a real need.
After Jen leaves, father and son get to